2,000 years ago, a man sat in a tent on the edge of a war camp, staring at a piece of paper by candlelight. He wasn't planning a battle, he was arguing with his own mind. His name was Marcus Aurelius, and he was, at the time, the most powerful man alive, Emperor of Rome. And yet, every night, he wrote to himself, because his thoughts wouldn't stop attacking him. If the most powerful man in the ancient world couldn't outrun his own overthinking, what makes you think willpower alone will save you? Overthinking isn't a personality flaw. It's not something wrong with you, it's a broken loop. Your mind running the same simulation over and over, looking for an exit that doesn't exist. Because you're using the wrong map. The Stoics found that map 2000 years before modern psychology gave overthinking a name. And by the end of this video, you'll have 5 principles that don't just calm your mind for a moment. They dismantle the machinery that creates overthinking in the first place. Stay until the end, because the 5th one is the one Marcus Aurelius used the night before his most dangerous battle. And it's the one almost nobody talks about. Let's start with the first principle. The Stoics called it the dichotomy of control. Every single thing that has ever caused you a sleepless night falls into one of 2 categories. Things you control and things you don't. Your reputation, you don't control it. Other people's opinions, you don't control them. The outcome of tomorrow's meeting, the result of that text message, whether someone loves you back, none of it is yours to control. What is yours is your effort, your character, your response. Overthinking happens when your mind keeps trying to control the uncontrollable. It's like gripping smoke. The tighter you hold on, the more it slips through your fingers, and the more exhausted you become. The moment you stop fighting for control over what was never yours, the noise doesn't get quieter. It disappears. Because there was never anything to think about in the first place. The second principle is harder to accept, but it will change how you see every difficult moment in your life. The Stoics believe that it is not events that disturb us, but our judgment about events. Something happens, a job is lost, a relationship ends, a plan collapses. That event itself is neutral. It has no opinion about you, but your mind rushes in and attaches a story to it. This is a disaster. This means I'm not good enough. This is proof that things never work out for me. That story, not the event, is what keeps you awake at 3 in the morning. Marcus Aurelius wrote it plainly. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The next time your thoughts spiral, ask yourself one question. Am I reacting to what happened, or to the story I just told myself about what happened? That single question can end an overthinking spiral in seconds. The third principle is one the Stoics practiced almost like a mental workout. It's called negative visualization. Every night, Seneca would sit and imagine loss. Not to torture himself, but to prepare himself. He would picture losing his wealth, his health, even the people he loved. And in doing that, he did something strange and powerful. He stripped fear of its power over him. Overthinking thrives on the unknown, on the vague dread of what might go wrong. But when you look directly at your worst case scenario, really look at it, walk through it in detail, you almost always discover the same thing the Stoics discovered. You would survive it. And once your mind knows it would survive the worst outcome, it stops needing to protect you from imagining it. The looping stops because the threat has already been faced. The fourth principle is about time, and it's the one that overthinkers violate more than any other. The Stoics taught that we suffer more in imagination than in reality, because the mind constantly abandons the present moment to relive the past or rehearse the future. Overthinking is never actually about right now. It's regret dressed up as memory, or fear dressed up as planning. But the past cannot be changed by thinking about it, and the future cannot be controlled by rehearsing it. The only moment you actually have power in is this one. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself of this constantly. Confine yourself to the present. When you catch your mind drifting into yesterday or tomorrow, don't fight the thought. Just ask, is there a decision I need to make right now, in this second? If the answer is no, the thought has no job to do. Let it pass. And now, the fifth principle, the one Marcus Aurelius turned to the night before battle. when overthinking would have been not just understandable, but expected. It's called the view from above. He would imagine rising above his own life, above the tent, above the army, above Rome itself, until he could see himself as a single, small figure in the vastness of history. From that height, the argument that ruined his afternoon, the insult he couldn't stop replaying, the outcome he couldn't control, all of it shrank to almost nothing. This isn't about feeling insignificant, it's about restoring proportion. Overthinking convinces you that this one thought, this one worry, this one moment is the center of the universe. The view from above breaks that illusion instantly. Try it right now. Whatever has been looping in your mind today, picture it from 1,000 feet up, then 10,000, then from orbit. Notice how quickly it loses its grip. 5 principles. Control what's yours. Question the story, not the event. Face the worst case until it loses its teeth. Stay in the only moment you actually have. And rise above when nothing else works. Marcus Aurelius didn't have therapy, or meditation apps, or self-help books. He had a pen, a candle, and these exact ideas. And he used them to rule an empire without losing his mind. You have the same tools now. The question is whether you'll use them the next time your thoughts start spiraling, or let the loop run one more night. If this gave you even one moment of clarity, stay close, rise like Rome, because the mind that conquers itself conquers everything.